we learned this year, huh?
Facts. 2020.
Hisses aggressively. Yeah, you know, we out here. Yay, when I get that Facebook notification, you know what's up.
You should be getting our notifications for Obvious Nonsense so that you can get all the wonderful updates about what's happening on our page. Also, if you haven't, you can follow us on Obvious Nonsense with the 3 at the end instead of an E on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us just regular Obvious Nonsense on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Follow us. Interact with our stuff. We be posting funny stuff, mainly Malaysia, especially on Twitter lately because she's still in jail.
They got me locked up.
She's still locked up.
They got me. Yo,
we screaming free Malachi
to the death
to
of
the day
my
we
own
die.
Screaming free me.
So our Twitter been popping.
But yeah, you know, I've been moving on Twitter. Oh, Twitter. But yeah, you know, what's that? It's happening. By the way, we're definitely yep, good.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure. All right, cool. So might as well jump right in.
Do you want to do the intro?
Oh yeah. If you don't know where you are right now, you're about to find out. Welcome to Insert Name Here, brought to you in full technicolor and living sound with the dulcet tones of the great Alejandra Tejeda.
That's me. That's correct. Yes, me, the best, the greatest.
And me, the number one, the sexy, sensual, raspy voiced gal. Malachi Unique. I'm here. We're here. I don't know how long we're gonna be here, to be honest, but you know.
Will the earth survive? Will we survive? Will our country survive?
Do we need the country? Like, it's been kind of rude to us, but so as y'all know, as I say every time, we have to start it like this. We always start the top of the show with the sad shit, bro, because you know we only try to go up from here. So a few days ago,
Sunday morning, the God,
the Don, Alex Trebek of Jeopardy fame and Colonial Penn. Yeah, watch them commercials on them weekdays. You'll see them, or you would have. R.I.P. the homie is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away from colon cancer. He's been battling that for quite a long time, so it really is probably a rest now.
Facts, because he said he was done. Like in one of his interviews a couple months ago, he was like, it almost like last time, like his last major treatment, he was like, I wanted to just dip. So. Yeah. But he trooped it out. We gave us really cute moments.
Right.
When everybody's like, we love you, Alex. And we were like, we love you, Alex, too.
He will be missed. He definitely will be missed. And yeah, I hope Jeopardy, I hope he'd wanted to go on. So I hope he picked somebody cool. If he didn't pick anybody,
LeVar right now. Anyway. That's all we're saying.
Anyway, hope that's not insensitive, but we don't mean to be. Also, in other giants passing on, Lucille Bridges, mother of Ruby Bridges, esteemed, wonderful mother of Ruby Bridges, passed away when...
A mother of the civil rights movement, some call her.
In a lot of ways, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she passed away when, today or yesterday?
In the past couple days.
Yeah.
She was like 86. Just a reminder, guys. 86.
86. And her daughter, is Ruby Bridges' mother.
If you don't know, Ruby Bridges is the little girl that was, integrated into a white school, yada, yada. Started pretty much
in Louisiana.
Started a huge movement. Her mom was pretty much like, I was reading about her mom's life, and her mom was the one that decided to like have her go to the school. Her dad was against it, but her mom was like, I think her mom really understood that like Ruby would be serving like a different cause, like would serve everybody compared to just like her being safe. And it's quite powerful to like have done that with your like child.
Facts.
To make such a big decision for such a small child, but also it turns out to be one of the like.
It's monumental, really.
Like they were just using the pictures of her with Kamala like 2 days ago.
Because there's a bunch of kids. Because there's a bunch of kids who were supposed to go, and she was the only one who went. She was 6 years old. I mean, but Disney Plus has the TV movie Disney made. You should watch it. You seen that?
I don't think so.
We're gonna watch that one. And yeah, it's pretty short. So, but yeah, hi, how are you?
Hello, mama.
But yeah, that's our sad news. RIP to the folks. Yeah, I really hope they're resting in peace and power and you know, yes, surrounded by family and whoever they want to be with, their respective beliefs.
I guess in other like sad news, but it's Veterans Day. So like shout out to all the like Black and POC veterans that like have served this country, even though they get treated horribly by this country, and especially like homie Elder Fernandez, who was the homie from like Brockton, who's Cape Verdean that was killed in Fort, what is it? I was gonna call it Fort Knox, Fort something in Texas, and as well as homegirl Vanessa that was also killed like a few months ago in Texas.
Shout out to my great uncle Robert Fuller for being a Vietnam War veteran.
Vietnam.
Yeah, that was a shitty war.
But shout out for serving. Thank you.
Shout out.
Thank you for y'all that got dragged into wars. You didn't want to get
dragged
into.
A lot of Black men. But I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Shall I sing Willie McBride?
I'm giving you 10 seconds.
Oh, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. And I see by your gravestone you're only 19 and during the great fall in 1916. Well, I hope they died quick and I hope they died clean. No, Willie McBride was slow enough scene.
Okay.
Hey, got through the first verse. Gang, gang. Mr. McGuire, shout out. All right, so
you know she's a nerd. No, still remembers a whole ass of. Is it a song? Or
yeah, it was a poem.
Yes, that's right.
About World War I. But anyway, so do we start with that because that shit's kind of hilarious. Let's start the earthquake that we didn't feel.
There was a 3.6 magnitude earthquake like on Sunday that none of us felt. Is that not the rudest thing on earth?
Bro, the last time there was an earthquake, I didn't feel it and she didn't feel it. And it happened in Hyde Park and she was in Hyde Park. She didn't feel it. This time, I would think I was in the shower. I didn't feel it. She didn't feel it neither.
I was trying to kill a fly. Do you know how disrespectful that is? That I was trying to kill a fly?
I hate that flies be like, yo, let's talk about flies real quick. It was cold as fuck just like a week ago. And then the moment it hits 60 degrees, all the freaking fruit flies would be like, hey, what's up?
We're alive again. We're alive again.
Yeah,
we're alive again.
They be, and I'm like, bro, where are you coming from? You know how remember in biology how they proved they don't come out of like the ether?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Me either.
I be telling my mom, like, but where do they come from if they don't disappear? I'm like, they lay eggs, but I don't believe that shit. I just be trying to convince her because that's what they told me in school.
It's one of those things where you're like, science.
I'm not positive about you. This is like
Victoria said her door shook. Was shaking.
Wow. Well, my door opened of its own accord because we have ghosts here. My mom came in here, thought there was a ghost.
Yeah. So if you see this thing right near me, like this, pop it like a pimple. Melinda came down and was like, I just wanted to make sure nothing was happening. And I was like, what do you mean?
Like, she
looked straight behind me and I said, what's happening?
And then it was just
just this scratch we have on our thing.
Something fucked up on our camera. We don't
Hashtag get obvious nonsense.
Get us paid so we can get, high tech, high quality we could be. What the fuck is that, bro?
I'm returning this.
What's wrong with this light?
This is defective.
What the hell is it? Where's the thingy?
Where's it plugged into? Sorry, guys. We tried this little ring light. It appears.
Turn it off and on.
Okay.
Do the other light. You don't want us to be, that weird color.
Okay. Anywho, sorry. That ring light.
Better not do that shit again.
I would plug it in maybe into the wall.
Okay, but the last time I plugged it into the wall.
I know, but I don't want it to overheat your thing.
Is it?
No, it's not. Sorry.
Now we're good.
Technology is the devil with us. It wants to keep us down. But anywho, what were we talking about? The earthquake that neither of us felt.
Man, feel it. That's the end of the story. All right. So, how about
which one first?
I guess let's keep it local and let's talk about fucking the Mass State Rep voting against the millionaire tax. Those bitches. We do a ballot measure on that shit, and then we say we kind of wanted that or whatever.
Basically,
y'all should have voted for that. I want to tax them millionaires. Too many of these motherfuckers. They don't need it.
As some of you progressives that run on being a progressive that voted against this, I think I saw today. I might have to find it. But it was like during this pandemic, most of the millionaires that live in Massachusetts got hella richer during this pandemic because, you know, rich people get richer when we get poorer.
Help the bear, because that bitch gonna need it. That's what I'm saying.
So watch who you voting for, because some of these state reps are trash.
Like, I just, what are these people for? Like, bro, people like Sonia Chang, let me call them out. People like Sonia Chang Diaz and China Tyler are running unopposed. And it's like, even if these were the best people in the world, even if they were angels sent from God himself, like, they don't need to be running unopposed. They don't need to be chilling, feeling mad comfortable, like nobody can touch them, like they're not gonna get out of their seats. Not to say I don't know him personally, but like, you know, it's been a while. Like, Sonia Chang Diaz has been there for a while. Like, so it's time to get something moving. Like, it's time to at least make these people feel pushed, like feel pressure, feel like they have to be accountable to their folks, bro. Because I've seen a lot of people come out and want to say stuff and want to be, I talk to the youth, I do this, I do that, I be in the community. But I'm like, you're not doing nothing though. Like, but you're not doing anything. Like, do something. Like, actually do a thing.
The stuff you do in the community results to no action. The stuff you do in your actual seat results to no action. You do nothing.
And then you want to be doing these terrible votes and being mad selfish. Like, nobody gonna catch you up and call you out on it. Like, I don't know who voted for that one.
One of them specifically was what's his name? Jonathan. God damn! I just said Santiago.
John Santiago. Well, he's trash. So
who like came out as like a progressive?
No, he's not.
You know how it is. They come out as progressives. They say, yada yada yada. They say this, and that. I think. Let's see. Who else voted against this that didn't make sense? Liz Miranda voted against it, which was interesting. I was like,
why though? Like, explain it. I need an explanation. I want it now.
It didn't make sense to me, but it's just good to kind of stay up on these step reps, probably.
Like, explain it. Liz.
Like usual, they'll probably do the thing where they'll say, oh, you know, there's certain language in there that I just can't get behind.
But, like, my thing is, like, it feels like nothing's happening, my God. Like, Liz Miranda, I respect her deeply. She's really about this shit. Like, and that's why, like, it's like, bro, like, we need something done, bro. Like, please, I need.
It just, to me, didn't make no sense. But that's what happened. And whenever people say, you know, oh, you're in Massachusetts, everything's so swell and dandy. No, it's not when your state reps are full of Democrats and they do nothing. Like, they legit talk about how there are like 4 Republicans. They'll be like, the Republicans are blocking stuff. There are more of you. There's nothing like, that these kids are doing.
You don't want stuff to be done. Like, you don't want stuff to get done. You because they have the same, you know, they be rubbing elbows with the same motherfuckers the Republicans do. Like, what do they care if the regular people are doing well? Like, these people are dreaming of Washington. They're fucking dreaming of national politics being on the face of everything. Like,
dreaming of everything helping us,
bro. Dreaming of getting their little like lobbying and their fucking business contracts and making sure they live cushy retirement lives. Like, it's
this is why you primary, like Malaysia said. This is why you primary,
and this is why ranked choice voting should have passed.
Facts. When things like this happen, that's when you look to in your community, or you look at yourself and you say, "Do I want to run? Do I know somebody that wants to run? How can I?"
Okay, you want to be stupid, okay? Wow.
Rude.
That's not the right thing. You want to be
turn on
dumb.
That light then?
God damn it.
We tried it with this ring light. It's going back to Amazon because Amazon obviously sent us a defective one. But yeah, so when votes like this happen, it just shows you that like you can vote for great people or like people you think are great, but you still need to check them from time to time. You still need to ask them what the hell was with that vote.
You gotta hold him accountable. It's the same thing like with Joe Biden and shit. Like if he's thinking he's gonna be putting all these conservatives talking about John Kasich and whoever, people were saying wildness. I hope he said Mitt Romney in the cabinet. Mitt Romney
to do what?
I can't even remember what it was. I said, "What, sir? You're yeah." I'm not gonna say what you are, but you.
The rumors that have been flying about his cabinet.
No, but that was just somebody. Wild. That was just somebody's dream cabinet. That's not he.
Okay, their dream cabinet. Has Mitt Romney.
That's why it was so astounding. Like it was more astounding that was their dream than if Joe Biden was actually doing it. You might as well just keep Ben
Carson in his same seat or whatever. Like you might as well do that if you're gonna have freaking.
They're like, but he's principled. He stood up against Donald Trump, one of 4 senators.
Then he should stay a senator. This is a good tie-in to his cabinet and the discussion on the fact that they want to steal everybody from Massachusetts. They want to be taking Elizabeth Warren to be the Secretary of Education, which I'm down for. She's been vying for a job like that for a very long time.
I would prefer her there than in the Senate.
Yes. I think we
can have someone more progressive and more pushes more stuff.
Yeah,
because like she definitely was better for consumer protections, but I think we can have somebody like really progressive. Like I think I don't know how long does Ayanna Pressley have to sit in the 7th district.
She could run.
I feel like
that's people. That's who people are saying. Mara Coakley. That's who I confuse her with. Martha Coakley and Mara Haley.
Mara Haley.
Mara Haley. I confuse them both.
Isn't it Martha? Is it
Martha Coakley and Mara Haley. Those names are horrible. Don't vote for people whose names are like that. But they're saying that Ayanna Pressley potentially might look to run for Senate.
I think
because it'd be a special election for Elizabeth
Warren. I think she should run, and I think she can win.
Yeah,
I think that's good. Like I think she should, because I think somebody else could get in that 7th seat. I think this is a prime seat. Like, and I think
if they fill Elizabeth Warren's seat with another white woman, I'll scream.
Bro, Ayanna Pressley. Would she be the first Black senator
from Massachusetts?
Or female senator at least?
Probably most. Yes.
Yes.
Knowing
Massachusetts. I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna say.
Me, like, just off of knowing Massachusetts, I'll say yes.
But probably. Yeah.
But it'd be cool to have her go up into Senate and have somebody else rise up to be our representative.
Our rep for this district. What else?
But then they're trying to take Marty potentially, but Bernie's in his way.
Yeah, so Marty wants that labor
and
seat,
his labor union pals.
They want him in that labor seat, but people such as myself want
the united people, not union people, but the united people.
Want somebody like Bernie Sanders, because we trying to get some fucking New Deal going on, not even Green New Deal, just regular.
We trying to just see some new deals for workers. We trying to that minimum wage. We trying
to get that minimum wage. We trying to get some protections or whatever. We trying to get some jobs.
Ability to unionize.
Secretary. Right? Well, yeah, fact. Bernie for labor secretary, not bruh.
Marty Walsh.
Oh my! If I had to see Marty Walsh on a national stage, but I really don't want him here either. So it's really hard. It's like a rock and a hard place, right? Because you don't want Marty in Boston because he's trapped, but you don't want to see him every day in the fucking national. Because now Donald Trump has fucked everything up, because now people like kind of care about those positions now, because they're like paying attention. And I'm like, now we're gonna see like whoever's this person, and if it's Marty Walsh, I'm gonna scream. I can't.
I'll scream.
I cannot.
I'm Marty Walsh. I'm the Secretary of Labor.
Oh no.
The United States. Please just make him the ambassador to Ireland.
Horror.
Send him to Belfast. Send him to Dublin. Send him somewhere, but anywhere but here.
But not in my face. Can I have that? Marty Walsh not in my face. It's been so long since I had Marty Walsh not in my face. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
one day. Oh, freedom.
Ooh, I almost fell. We need freedom from Marty Walsh.
Marty Walsh. That nigga always talking about his alcoholism, and I don't care no more. Sorry, my guy. Anyway.
following up on local kind of news, the MBTA
is being a bitch.
Is cuts, massive cuts. Yes, that's perfect sense.
Cuts. Yeah, you Donald Trump. Cuts. They're doing cuts, massive cuts.
Cuts to ferries, cuts to bus lines, cuts to trains.
We're cutting more than anybody has ever cutted.
We're cutting later and earlier than ever before.
We're cutting. Just cut. Cutting more than.
We're cutting more than anybody has ever cut.
Bro, we got like circumcision up in this bitch. Anyway. That's what the MBTA said.
Were you with me that one time I passed by the anti-circumcision people?
Yes. Don't laugh. It's a serious issue. But
it was just mad funny because I wasn't expecting it. It was outside of South Station, like the weirdest place to see this. Because I'm like, okay, like this is not the place. Maybe you're being like, I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, you gotta let them know. Like, you gotta let them know about this. But anyway, so yeah, the MBTA is being really hoish.
You know, because they've been poor for I don't know longer than me and Malaysia have been poor.
Hey, guess whose fault it is? Charlie Baker.
Not mine.
Chuckles.
I gave him a lot of money.
Chuckles' fault.
A lot of times. More times than I should have sometimes.
Bro, sometimes they taking extra money. Sometimes your shit don't work. Sometimes you have to put the dollar directly in the bus. You can't even
when your transfer don't work.
Like, you fake if you playing me, bro. I'm poor out here. You have to scrounge for nickels when you're in high school because you don't got no other things.
You gotta look at the bus driver with those puppy eyes like, Please just let me go.
I just need to, can I?
But anywho, the commuter rail, they're looking to close it at 9 p.m., which is crazy. Because
how are people going to get home?
Yes, exactly.
Like,
9.
What?
And then on weekends, they're also trying to have it around the same time, I think. And then bus and subway, and that's 12, which is, I didn't know we kind of changed it as much. Oh, no, it's still 1, I guess. Yes.
It's amazing how things come back around because you know how like Marty was gonna do that tourism thing. That's another thing we're gonna talk about. Marty's planning to give $2 million for tourism in the city of Boston from our COVID thing.
Yep.
Anyway, lovely. But remember how like during the Olympics he was like, no, yeah, people get around on the MBTA. That's probably the same thing he's saying for tourism, as they like literally cut all the service and we don't have any weekend service and nobody can actually get around when they're here as tourists. And for some reason he feels like what's wrong? Like something's wrong in his cabeza. Like what's wrong in his brain meat that he thinks that tourism is a good way to spend $2 million of the many ways Boston could use $2 million. Like, bro, like
the thought process is not there. Like they're reducing frequency on most lines and routes. They're canceling some bus lines. Like, and he's like, yeah, just $2 million of COVID funding to promote tourism. How much tourism do you really need for the city of Boston? Where are you going?
COVID too. What about the COVID? Like,
you know they don't care about that.
Which the money was for.
Also, I'm confused as well because the governor's also like, yeah, we need to be, shutting down certain places again and like being more responsible and blah blah blah. But it's like these kids need to go back to school.
This man is like the number one waffler. I never see somebody play to both sides so badly, but like shamelessly. He does it with no shame. He be like, yeah, it's a really serious election. Everybody got to vote, but I'm gonna blame my ballot though. And they be like, yeah, we gotta close. Why out of COVID everybody go running around talking COVID, but we better open up, but we gotta close down though. So. We can't send the kids back to school, but they gotta go back to school.
He's like, if it continues this way, we have to close stuff back down, but I don't want to do that. Close it.
Just close. Like, people are dying. Kim, there are people that are dying.
So yeah, MBTA is getting fucked over while Marty's trying to fuck us over, while like thousands of Bostonians still need help with their eviction processes. They're like just living situations where they can't afford rent, they can't afford food, they can't afford anything. So we're wasting $2 million on funds to tell people to go to freaking Faneuil Slavery Hall and to Slavery Quincy Market or whatever it's called. Thanks, Marty.
And then they're gonna ask me where Quincy Market is. I don't know what the fuck they talking about sometimes. I'll be like, where? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Once told somebody to get on the red line. I said Quincy Market, wouldn't that be in Quincy?
Wow, you really.
I hope that Asian lady did not go there.
You really got somebody fucked.
No, wait. Did I tell her that? Okay, no, I was on the red line, and she said Quincy Market, and I said, I was at JFK is when I went to UMass Boston, and I said, I don't know where you're going. I said, oh, are you going to Quincy? And she said, no, it's in Boston. And then I might have pointed her the right way. But there was a chance that I might have almost sent her to Quincy if she didn't properly listen to me.
Almost had somebody messed up, bro. That red line be slow too.
But it's not my fault. Kind of confusing. Why would I know where Quincy Market is?
We don't even call it that. What is that?
I don't know what it is.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about Eva Longoria now, I guess, because
y'all make me sick. You know how many times? I think this is the third time on this damn show since we restarted insert name here. 19 episodes in that I've had to have this damn. I have to rant and yell at Latinas for being stupid. And I'm quite sick of it. If you didn't see, this weekend, Eva Longoria was a fool.
On MSNBC, yeah.
On MSNBC, talking about, she was asked a question about the election results and basically bypassed Black women, kind of like rejecting them out like completely and going and saying that like Latinas and Latinos were like the heroines for this election. And it very much was just downplaying the role that Black women played. And then she gave out some stupid, like, first apology saying, oh, that's not what I meant.
OD whack apology.
OD whack, OD saying nothing.
Then she gonna go on Joy Ann Reid's show to be like, first of all, no, before that, a bunch of people went on Twitter to defend her, like, you understand
Kerry Washington.
What she means. No, I didn't understand what she means. She insulted. It's anyway, but then she went on Joy Ann Reid's show. That's where she went to do the little Vic sad little apology. Like, I know I minimized the
role of Black women.
The role, like the what's the word, like
the effect, the impact.
Yes, the impact of Black women on this election. They voted and da numbers and they saved us all. If anybody, can people stop saying Black women saved you? I really makes me want to strangle somebody. Like, I'm like, shut the fuck. Nobody cares about your dumb ass. Nobody's trying to save your white stupid ass. Nobody's trying to save your Becky with the good hair looking ass. Nobody was worried about you. It was about me. It was about us. It wasn't about you. Mind your business. Go with your people. What? Like, shit. Like, get us out your mouth. Like, I got something to say about us. What?
Always.
Mouth, bro.
I don't. Like, I said this on Twitter, but I don't ever understand, especially when it comes to situations like this, why it's so hard for Latinas to go, yes, the first thing in their head should be, yes, Black women played a massive role in this election. As always, it's basically what she said in her second apology. That's what your first thing should be. And that's where, like, anti-Blackness is so rampant in Latino communities and other communities, because your first thought should not be to dismiss a whole group of people and talk about only your group.
And then she tried to pull the first like apologies where she tried to pull like, well, some Latinas are Black too. And I'm like, bro, but they're Black. Then you were talking like, then you disparage them.
Yes, then you also dismiss them.
They're Black, like, okay. Like, leave me alone, bro. Just leave me alone about it, man.
Just keep Black women out of your mouth sometimes.
Mind your business. Stop bringing these people on here. I don't care that she has a degree in whatever. She's dumb.
Chicano studies.
That's a good degree. People should get that degree, not her. She's dumb. She can stay quiet.
Nate said he had to unfollow. What's her name?
Dasha Polenko. Yeah.
I always call her Dashi almost.
Dashi? Never unfollow Dashi.
I have to remember to unfollow her. I don't see her enough on my feed, but I agree.
I'm still following Keke Palmer because I thought she was gonna go, not me, but I guess maybe I am too because I'm not in my Twitter. But I'm also still following Keke Palmer because I thought she was gonna go private after that shit first. I didn't want to miss nothing. You know these celebrities, they like to disappear after they say some dumb shit.
I'm playing with some stupid stuff.
In her case.
Oh wait. What was I gonna say? No, that was it. You can go to Kiki.
In her case,
celebrities with their foot in their mouths.
She said she was talking about healthy food or whatever, and at one point she said, "Imagine if EBT only worked for healthy food." And everybody's like, "Ma, no way, slow down."
Everybody told her within 5 minutes. Everybody said, "Delete this,"
including me. I said, "Hey, whoa, slow down, miss."
Delete.
And then she just doubled down, and she tried to say, "Oh no, I was saying that the healthy food should be free. I'm like, but that's not what you said. Like, I don't understand why people want to misunderstand me. They hate me because I'm rich. They hate me because I'm a celebrity. It be like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, madam? She was like arguing with people in her comments, cherry picking people who were like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, I'm like, shut up, bro.
It was really funny corny, bro, to see the people that were like genuinely trying to be like, let's work together to do something, and she was just kind of like playing. She was like,
yeah, well, they don't want me. Da da da. I was like, nobody said they don't want. She's like, well, they don't want it. Da, da, da. I was like, nobody said they don't want no like free food, bro. Nobody said they don't want you to like help food deserts in the hood, bro.
Like, who don't want free food? I've never seen anybody that don't want free food.
Like, bro, if you want to bring your Kiki Palmer food truck or do your fucking foundation or whatever the fuck, do that shit, bro. But don't be on here talking about shit you don't know. Why people gotta open their mouth about shit they don't know about? You don't know. Shut up. Like, what's the problem?
To chastise and like judge what people buy with their food stamps is people, like,
mind your business.
It's sick. Like we don't have to go into a spiel about this because if you don't know, go research it. It's not your business to judge what somebody buys on food stamps. It's not your business to like tell somebody what to buy and what not to buy. That is not your business.
Yeah, she was like, oh, they don't care about eating healthy. I'm like, girl, like you really, wow. It's really sad to see you do this. I wish you would just not speak. Just be quiet. Like, you don't, like I said, like if you don't know, like why if somebody explains it to you, you don't gotta be defensive. You can say, oh shit, I didn't know. You can say, okay, I'm gonna delete it. You could say all so many things. Everybody would have let her go. Nobody's trying to get it. Nobody's trying to beef with Keke Palmer that day, bro.
Same lesson with Eva Longoria. Why don't you just educate yourself a little more on why these things are bad before getting very defensive or before getting bad apologies? If people get offended, there's a reason. And Keke Palmer especially, there were tons of responses of people that were like,
people were in there trying
this is why you're wrong. There's research on this. I was on food stamps. Like, this is my experience. You can't, like, it's very hard to judge until you're in that situation. And she just wasn't listening.
And she was like, well, I was poor. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. It's not about that, bro. It's not about that. You don't know, bro. You're not that person anymore, bro.
You're tweeting this shit from Kiki, you've been acting since you were fairly young. By the time you were old enough to really fully understand the true effects of like being in poverty or like having to like use food stamps to buy food with your family, you were rich. Facts. Rich enough to not have to worry about that. And that's the bad part.
Nikia.
Yeah, it must be. I said, we're commenting?
Hey, look at us. That's the power of
why does it say insert image there? Okay, that's weird.
Okay. Anyway.
But that was just something that happened that was wild. Another wild story. Pope John Paul II, this current pope is Pope Francis. Pope John Paul II was the previous pope. Oh no, previous popes back. He knew of this big sexual assault case of a cardinal from the United States. He's now an ex-cardinal, but he knew of it when he promoted him to cardinal. Yeah, and so it's always big news. That before. It's another case, I guess they're finding. There are a lot of specifically United States cardinals were pedophiles and rapists, and now we're finding out pretty much the like gravity, like how like the mass gravity of it was. So
the how expansive.
Yes, how insidious, how deeply embedded. Yes, entrenched. Look at us.
Look at
the
us.
Soros assholes.
Yeah, but $5 words.
Now, I'm like, y'all made him a saint. Y'all made Pope John Paul II a saint.
Ooh, that's stressful. That's funny.
Y'all made him a saint, and also I went to Pope John Paul Catholic Academy Dorchester site. That should probably be changed.
Yeah, because it has like
also
a bunch
the
of elementary school children.
Right next to it is called Blessed Mother Teresa, and they also say Blessed Mother Teresa was very bad. So
she kind of rude. So
this is what happens when you
saint white people.
Yes.
Anyway,
thanks.
Ooh.
Unless you Santa Claus, I want presents still. Thank you.
Ooh, what? Can we talk about the 4 seasons?
Yes, we are going to the 4 seasons.
Next to Fantasy Island Bookstore, Rudy Giuliani catch the homie in the parking lot of 4 Seasons Landscaping doing a damn press conference as if that's normal or something.
A press conference. I should have wrote that detail in there. A press conference with a postal worker that lied.
Lying ass.
That lied about seeing fraud. That lied about seeing specifically voter fraud. He lied. He got. There was an investigation opened by the Postal Service, as is what happens when you say you see fraud
in an election, a presidential election.
When he got investigators at his door knocking, asking him questions, he said, "JK, I saw nothing."
Yo, I just love, like, no matter what, it's just a great story all around, because like
it is quite funny,
because like it's like either like somebody at like Four Seasons Landscaping like actively trolled them and was like, yeah, we're the Four Seasons, yeah, definitely, we got you, bro, or like they were just like confused, which is also hilarious, or like they couldn't book the Four Seasons and like Trump tweeted about the Four Seasons, and so like they had to get something Four Seasons, like it's like the lengths they'll go to keep up with his bullshit. It's amazing to me, and I guess that kind of slides into the coup talk. But I just think that Four Seasons shit was just hilarious because like Rudy Giuliani is nuts.
They started making merch, and that's how I knew that they really gave no fucks. They were like, "We respect the president. We respect blah blah blah.
We would let any president here.
And here's some merch." And I said, "Bitch,
they knew what the fuck they was doing, bro." I'm like, what the hell? And then this like voter fraud thing Trump got going on. It's all bullshit, man. He's firing motherfuckers. He was been planning to fire the defense.
He's been gotten into it with the defense people.
And then he fired. There's a bunch of Pentagon folks that are fired or resigning.
And the Pentagon. It's a weird word. They're like stressed because it looks like what a dictator does. You start firing away the military leaders. You put your allies on top, so that you can have a military takeover. That's what happens. I'm sorry to tell people this, but if you've never studied how somebody becomes a dictator or how coups happen, this is how they happen.
And then the Republicans, like the majority of the Republican senators are backing them. Like Mitch McConnell's backing them. Like he's the speaker. I mean, he's a fucking Senate Majority Leader.
It's ridiculous, to be quite honest with you.
And like there was no voter. There was like none. Like they can't prove it. Like they went to court. They done went to court more than once. They can't prove anything. Nada, nothing.
They're going to court with no evidence. I've never seen people go to court this much with zero evidence.
Shamelessly, they just like I have evidence. I mean, we didn't like it. Is that evidence enough? Mm-hmm. They're like they didn't let the Republicans overrule. Like yes, they did. They didn't let us stand close enough. They're like, were you standing next to the Democrats? Well, yeah, but we didn't like it though. That's the thing. Like
it's very childlike. Yeah, but they didn't let us into this room. They didn't let anybody into this room. Well, they didn't let us do this. They didn't let anybody do that on either side. Well, who said that votes can come in after the day? Well, if it was marked by the thing, if it was blah, 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 it's a legal vote. Well, it's illegal for people to vote by mail.
Why don't we just count them all again by hand? Why? We're going to count millions of votes by hand just because you want to lie? And then people in Georgia, they're trying to say it's like fake or whatever. And it's like, all these, they're all like Republican legislatures though. Like, so like, what's up? And when what about the fact that Republicans won on like in some of these races? Was it all fake? Like, so do we have to like? Should they like demand a recount for their own winning
for races? Everybody? Yes, for everybody, just do a recount.
Like it doesn't make any sense that we could have lost seats in the House. So we count.
They're like everybody's a Trumper around here, so
I'm like, bro, like
I'm not understanding. They said I don't know.
And then the Democrats are just like, what do you mean, dictator? Don't see it, can't see it. What do you mean he's doing exactly what he said he was gonna do? I'm like, bro, how did Chuck Schumer get chosen to be the leader, the Senate Minority Leader again when they didn't get almost any seats in the Senate? How did Nancy Pelosi get chosen again when they lost seats in the House? My guy, like they don't have a winning strategy. So what? Why are we choosing these people? Like, why?
That's how I feel. It makes me feel like
they're just insane. Like raise money. Why would you
raise money to lose? The money they spent flooding into Kentucky with Amy McGrath, the money they spent flooding into markets you're never gonna win,
bro. With Lindsey Graham's people,
because y'all don't know how to market stuff.
And that's what AOC said in her her
post-election comments. I guess
her New York. When she was talking about the New York
op-ed?
Yeah, when she was in the New York Times or whatever, she was talking about the fact that like since we run against Democrats, we know the weaknesses of Democrats on these because we primary Democrats, like, and the Democrats refuse to allow. I'm like, why? I don't understand why you run to somebody else's party instead of listening to your own party, like.
So Carrie left a comment and she said a lot of medias are saying Trump could possibly win the election through recounts. Is this possible? Could you guys ease my anxiety on this? I'm seeing too many articles discussing the possibilities.
He's not gonna win through a recount because
not a legal recount.
Not unless they rigged the recount, because he did not get it's literally like Joe Biden's lead is too big and in too many places. Like if Joe Biden only had a lead in Pennsylvania, or only had one in Arizona, or only had it in Nevada, or like if Trump had a lead in Georgia, Trump lost Georgia. Places. Like that's him. But like, so a recount is not gonna do it. But if he can convince them to send new electors, like for the electoral college, those people could potentially vote for, just not listen to what the voters say and vote for him. But I mean, at that point, we don't have a democracy anymore. So like, if that happens, there's nothing more to be said. But like the recount itself is not going to do it for him because it's not close enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, through recounts, I wouldn't. Like we just said, it would have to be him, like Trump's administration, Trump's lawyers, finding ways to throw out massive amounts of votes. Like it would have to be that for the recount to go the opposite direction. Although I do see a lot of talk about people doing it, like about this happening, and about how they like. A lot of people on social media, especially like Twitter, are thinking they want people to like, because they're like, they saw people's happy reactions. They're like, they wonder what will happen if they're able to reverse this and Trump is actually the winner of the election, and how people will react and what will happen. And people are seeing it kind of as Republicans are trying to test us, see, because they're like, oh, you got this happy, let's see what y'all do. And
that's why, and this is why you can't.
That's why you can't play with people that are dictators.
And that's why you can't rest. And I'm not going to go deeper into that. But if you know what I mean, you know what I mean, bro. You can't, like, we chill, we got happy, or whatever. But, you got to disrupt. That's all I got to say. You got to disrupt. You got to be ready to disrupt, because that's the only way. Like,
you can't get
because they don't, they want you to they want you to not do shit. They want you to sit at home and just say, well, I guess we're going to have to wait 4 more years. Guess we're going to have to do this. Guess we can't do it. It's America. We can't pass laws. We can't vote for it. I'm like, but everybody wants it. All of us. The people united will never be defeated. That's like, I fully believe it. Like, and we're never united. We've never been united, not once.
I would say, Carrie, the anxiety will not be going away, because
you gotta there
will be no relief until
keep your head on a swivel, my nigga.
January 20th, 2021, when we see Joe Biden get inaugurated and we see Trump leave the Oval Office.
Because they're blocking him right now. They're supposed to be preparing and doing intelligence briefings. He's not getting the same briefings Trump's getting. They're giving him only like partial briefings. He's not getting like, they're not letting them come in to do transfers.
The Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo,
Mike Pompeo
is implying that Trump will get his second term, which is affecting how other states are like replying to Joe Biden's win. So Joe Biden's win hasn't been recognized by other countries.
Yeah, they're literally destroying our democracy in front of me. Not as much of a democracy as we had.
Yeah.
But like, so we gotta really make sure, like, it's a battle.
It's about being prepared for everything. If recount happens, it is definitely confirmed. Everything happens the way it should be happening, and Biden is the president-elect, as he should be right now. But some people debate it. It's all right. Then it's about making sure that we can have a successful transfer of power, that Trump will actually leave come that day. And then after that, it's making sure that Joe Biden and his first 100 days passes some type of progressive policy.
Fact does something and puts the right people in there too, because and that's the other thing. It's also a problem for Trump's people, like Trump's staff, like his staff, low staff, because they can't look. They're saying don't look for new jobs because we're going to be the next administration. But it's like, no, you're not. Like, we need to find jobs. Like, but. So it's a mess. I think people need to, just pay attention. Like, it's not time to chill, to be honest. Like, it's getting up to be the holiday season. If people want to relax with their family, we can't. We can't. So
I think everybody, especially in like the GOP and Republican Party, is waiting for us to relax. And I think for like Black communities and other communities, we're very much, we know weird things can happen. Weird things have always happened in our like geopolitical like lives. Like, things change. Suddenly Bush is your president. Suddenly Trump could have a second term and become a dictator. Like, it's all possible. Imagine. That's just kind of the world we live in. And it's the world that, like, the way that I can put this for other people is that this is the world that a lot of the other countries exist in, where these structures of power can be easily like disrupted and destroyed and manipulated. And we don't see it as much because we like to kind of give people the impression of that. We like to give people the impression of like true power, or that they have some type of power, when sometimes it's not in our power. What our real power would be is to like unite and to strike and to go, not strike, well, strike whatever way you want to strike. I ain't gonna tell you how to strike.
Do you do whatever way you strike take strike however you have multiple meanings,
whichever way you take it. But it's pretty much that. And I think, like I said, be cautious until the day we see that man fly off in that plane, the helicopter, and hope it.
Yeah, speaking of Democrats, they're already disparaging Black Lives Matter, saying that's the reason they lost. James Clyburn was saying, it's because of the progressives that they Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up.
Facts. And that's
shut it up.
Like we said, that's what AOC was talking about. That bullshit. Democrats, especially like moderate Democrats, what I like to call Republicans, Republicans with a D on their name.
All the Democrat leadership, Republicans with a D in front of their name.
They're like complaining, and like Malaysia said, they're talking about like, Black Lives Matter is the reason we lost, or progressive people like AOC.
He ruined the South Carolina's blah 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 district because that couldn't win because of that defund the police, but she was doing so good before Black Lives Matter and defund the police. I'm like, sir, you are an old Black man. Shut up. You sound dumb. Get out of here, James Clyburn. And matter the way they had, Claire McCaskill on, where is she on? MSNBC talking about, well, it's because of the progressives. I'm like, bitch, you lost in fucking, where she lose, 2008, 18? She lost. She had so much. She outraised them 4 to 1 or 4 times more. I'm like, bitch, you have the number one losing strategy. Like, what are you? Why are people asking you questions, and why are you answering them like you know the answer? Like you're a winner.
Like, these people are dragging AOC when AOC is just bringing up the fact that their strategies for winning aren't successful anymore.
Like, bro, like,
and they've been doing the blame game,
and she knows how to win. Here's the thing: the people that she endorsed won.
The Fab Four.
Yes.
Guess who all won?
The squad won.
The squad.
Then now we got 2 more squad members at least, with Jamal Bowman and Corey Bush. We got a male squad member now. Look at us.
Just
I mean, Carrie, what do you want me to say? Because sometimes old Black men need to shut up, and if any of them are watching, I'm telling you specifically.
Just sometimes.
I'm talking to you.
Like, sometimes y'all be saying stuff that's out of pocket.
I'll be like, bro, like, nobody need to hear that. My guy.
Yes, Nate said Washington is turning over in his grave with dentures of enslaved people's teeth. True. And period facts.
Period poo. Yeah, if they want to put this damn electoral college shit, then life would have been better.
Yet again, if we even exist to have another election like this, electoral college should be gone. There's no reason these states that have barely a population should be a deciding factor. Although in this instance, there were states with like huge populations, so Georgia and Pennsylvania, that had deciding like opinions in this case, but usually it's not.
Bro, usually land is voting.
Yeah.
Land in Iowa and Idaho are voting.
Ooh, something we forgot to bring up, not we, because I didn't mention it to Malaysia directly, was so the maps that they show you a lot on like election night and post-election night, where it shows like the whole United States, like with blue and red, and
not sure I understand.
Shut the fuck up. No one asked you nothing.
I have not touched
no
her.
one is asking you nothing.
Okay, those maps they show you are very like incorrect in the essence of they oversimplify. Yes, they're misleading.
Because like I said, land can't vote. Yes. Like all these states, they look like big states, but there's not a lot of motherfuckers inside.
It'll be
like there's like 12 white people in the state, and they get
me draws an example. I'll draw you guys an example. It'll be like this. This is California on this side. This is Massachusetts. Thought that was not a good thing, but it'll be like huge, 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 tiny, 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 huge, huge, huge. New York. It'll be like this. Those tiny states this way are all the red states. And they'll be like, yes, so many people have voted for Republicans tonight. Those tiny states don't even account for like half of California.
Fat, like, bro, like, man. They were like, but it shouldn't be the tyranny of the majority. But I'm like, it shouldn't be the tyranny of the minority either. Like, you guys are all decide. I'd rather the most people get to decide than have you guys get your vote inflated. Like,
your vote matters more because you live
because you live on fucking farmland. Fuck out of here.
Like the farmland you stole from black people, probably black people,
indigenous folk,
like
whatever. I don't care. But I think that's it.
I think that's it too.
And
anything else I had to say? Vaccines.
Oh yeah, how did we forget?
Pfizer. Like a day after the election thing, Pfizer was like, yeah, we might have found the vaccine thing. It just needs dry ice and like in a cool environment to live. So
none of y'all can get it.
A lot of y'all won't be able to get it.
And now they're like, who should get it first? And I'm like, I'm not a doctor. That's y'all. That's y'all business. Not me though. That's the thing.
Not first round.
Like, I don't know.
I'm not a first round test.
I believe in vaccines, but I also believe in white supremacy. So.
Yes, I also believe that you want to kill black people because your COVID response was pretty much just let black people die after you notice more black people are dying. So,
bro, oh yeah. The other thing about the because I saw Carrie say the time we were voting. The other thing about the like voter fraud thing is that like now the one they're bringing to court is they're like, oh, we discovered voter fraud in this county, but the county went majority to Trump.
Do you not want your votes?
See, me, I'm trying to figure it out. Me, I know I'm asking questions. Me, I'm trying to figure it out too. But
I swear, it's Trump on the phone with them,
and he's like, yo, anywhere, even if it was us,
because it'll show fraud. Also, I've been reading some like
hard to get a ticket.
Some reports of the lawyers that are representing Trump, basically saying that like they're like the big firms overall, like the lawyers inside of the firm are freaking out. Because obviously, as a lawyer, like your firm might just choose to.
You don't want that your name on that,
and you don't want to have to defend the crazy ass administration or a crazy ass man.
I mean, he's a freaking fascist. He's an authoritarian. Like, bro, the fact that these people are in a couple years, especially if Joe Biden just gets through kind of smoothly, in a couple years, these people are going to be on CNN and MSNBC, like their political consultants. We're going to be acting like they didn't put kids in cages. We're going to be acting like. We're going to be acting like Stephen Miller's not like the devil incarnate. We're going to be acting like Mike Pompeo is a normal guy. We're going to be acting like fucking, what's that? Sarah Huckabee Sanders is like human. We're going to be acting like
Kellyanne Conway.
Kellyanne Conway, Kayleigh McEnany. Like, we're going to be acting like all these people are sane and normal and cool and fine and okay to get millions of dollars a year.
Their lovely book deals, their TV shows on like Fox News. Like, we all going to see is going to be sick. And it's going to be sick because we, like I'm talking about our communities, know there's a large chance a good percent of those children will never see their parents.
And that's it's sick. It's sickening. It's
because
disgusting.
We've had those reports that show that they don't know where the hell their parents are now. Their parents are either go back home in their home countries or here and just MIA because they don't want to get deported. Like, that's our reality, is that there is going to be a population of kids that have spent 3 or 4 years potentially locked up because their parents were trying to bring them here for a better life.
Very, very little kids will never remember their parents who cared about them enough to fucking cross a river.
Oh my God, I can already see those white people lining up to try and adopt those kids.
And that's disgusting.
It's gonna make me want to die.
That's disgusting to me. And it's like, it's child trafficking at this point. Maybe sound hotep, but
it is
true. I mean, that's what
That's what the foster care system sometimes is.
That's a fun thing to end on, but that's I guess where
that's episode 19.
This is the time of the night where we get into our whole tip shit anyway. So.
Oh wait, one more thing. Soon, December 16th will be our last episode of the year. We're gonna take a 2-week break because, well, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If there's a lot of wild shit happening, we'll cover it. But
if it's not,
the news cycle doesn't tend to be kind of crazy over Christmas because Republican Christians are
they just want to just eat their ham, their dry ass turkey or whatever.
And then New Year's they want to get rowdy again.
Want to get buck.
So we gonna be gone for like 2 weeks. We're gonna have new stuff. Like I'm trying to get a new ring light. Like this bum ass light didn't work.
Bum ass ring. We're trying to get a new microphone so we can both have a new
setup. We might be in a different room.
Whole different room. You gonna be like, OMG, the new year.
We might paint it. We might do it up. We might have a new desk.
We might have a green screen. Might have a Nate. We might have a soundboard if they don't help me out.
Ooh. So yeah, check it out soon. So we still have a couple more episodes. This is 19 and we're going until 24. And that will be also like the first complete season of Insert Name here on like Spotify and Amazon. And you can catch us also on replay on Facebook, on like Twitter, through Periscope, and on YouTube. So
YouTube is I like YouTube because it's really easy to watch us all and just watch us through. Everywhere else is kind of harder, especially Periscope. But you watch us there. People be popping on Twitter.
But that is all for episode 19. And thanks for the love, guys. See y'all